I'm against the 51 Biltmore project. It's a boondoggle and a waste of taxpayer money. We should use tax dollars for transit.
Actually, the project doesn't use tax dollars. It will be paid for entirely from parking revenues.
Well, it's still a boondoggle and a waste of money. The project will cost $14 million that should go to transit.
But spending on parking and transit are not the same thing. Parking nets about $1.40 for every dollar the city spends, while transit nets 15 cents for every dollar spent. Transit is really important, but since it costs money, we need revenue from somewhere to pay for it. And if parking generates that kind of revenue, it doesn't sound like a waste of money to me.
Well, it's still a boondoggle. The property owner is getting paid 5 times the tax value for the property. We need more transit.
Yes, I heard that too, but then I heard that the owner actually paid more than 7 times the tax value when they bought the property. Maybe tax value isn't exactly the same thing as market value.
Well, I think it's corporate welfare for the city to be giving the hotel free structural support and free parking for guests. That money could have been spent on transit.
By that logic, isn't supporting mass transit, which allows the workers to get to work, also corporate welfare? Actually, the hotel pays all the added structural costs. They also pay regular or higher rates for all parking. Technically, the hotel is subsidizing the city. Also, city ordinances require a building fronting the garage on Biltmore. Without the hotel, the city would have to pay for that too.
Well, we still need more transit. It's better for our environment.
I agree. And since transit costs money, it has to come from somewhere. Parking revenues pay for the deck with no taxpayer subsidy, and will continue to generate a surplus to help pay for transit. The property will stay on the tax rolls. We will get a badly needed public parking deck and still have private property and businesses producing property, sales, and hotel taxes. Isn't that progressive enough for you?
No. I want solar panels.
It has that, plus bicycle parking, and plans for parking electric vehicles, and is designed to convert to other uses when and if people stop using electric cars.
That's fine. I want mass transit.
And where does the city get its money?
From taxpayers.
Exactly. The private parts of this project will generate more than 15 times the property taxes the city is getting now. This doesn't count the taxes generated when other properties near the site are improved because they'll have nearby parking. We've seen over $200 million in tax value improvements in the areas north of College Street since all those parking decks were built.
But I want mass transit.
We made promises to the small businesses in that area of downtown in the Center City Plan, the 2025 plan, and the parking plan to do this. There are over 1,000 public garage spaces north of College Street and none south. The project frees up surface lots, allowing those properties to convert to higher density and more tax space. It grows our tax revenues without raising taxes, which pays for more community services, like transit.
That's all fine. I'm against it. We need more mass transit.
This project is part of the transit plan for downtown. The best way to make sure transit works is to increase density. This project densifies the site and the surrounding area, which makes transit work. Other than transit, what are you for?
More parks and solar panels.
Great. And how do you pay for that?
The government.
You don't get it, do you?